The first way to survive longer and sort of stay out of the way of planes which will kill you over and over and over again, we have here on Fial C flag as an example, where you can see I'm pretty much showing you need to stay off the center of the flags or off of the flags completely. Again, here you can also see running around the outside or the edge of the flag down on a separate level. You know, the main part of the flag is now up on a higher level of ground. Yes, you are exposed a little bit here, but the main focus will be on all the large groups of enemies that are on the centers of the flags. Stay around the sides. The second point here considers teammates, basically large groups of the player base. To be able to stay alive longer, you want to try and avoid running with a large group of your team, or, you know, even just avoid getting into areas of the map where there are a lot of players. Planes have flares. They can also see, you know, the enemies or the players on the map very clearly because it's a white map covered in snow. So I would advise, as another point that I've not suggested in this video, do go and choose an outfit with a good camouflage, because it'll make it harder for you to be seen. And of course, staying away from those large groups of players, because when those flares go up, of course a bomber or any plane is going to target with splash damage those areas of largest amounts of enemies or players to be able to get the most amount of kills per strafing run. The next point links perfectly to the second and will show you exactly how to stay away from those large groups. Power routes are effectively going to offer you a quick way to traverse across the map in unusual and unexpected ways. You can check out my video for Fial if you search up the ultimate guide to all map spots and positions, as well as some other maps, and the Fial one, like this, will show you all the different routes you can run around the map. Effectively, as you can see, all around the cliff edges are non-out of bounds areas, so you can just about stay on the cliff edges, which gives you advantages such as height, so enemies on the ground level won't be able to instantly, as you saw a second ago, identify and see you, which gives you some easy kills, and any bombers or planes which drops bombs on teammates or other players on the ground level, of course the splash damage won't reach you. And the biggest advantage, which links, as I said, to the second point of avoiding those large groups of players, with Fial, which has long, narrow corridors, which, you know, naturally groups players together, these power routes, or flank routes, however you want to call them, allows you options which other players don't know about to be able to avoid those large groups to travel across the map. And lastly, you have the option to fight back. So here are a number of ways which you could choose to fight back, although I would say they're not very effective. Firstly, you can see the Fliegerfaust with a few examples of some kills which I managed to get. It's not very effective, and I would say it's not worth spending or wasting time looking in the sky for planes. You know, having a low shot to kill ratio, and instead of using a rocket launcher, which would be a lot more effective. Next, we have the AA gun. Again, you can see an example of a kill or two here, but I had pretty much two examples, which you'll see in a moment, where I pretty much hit every single shot and still couldn't kill the enemy plane before they killed me. So the AA guns are kind of a waste of time. And if anything, as another piece of advice, I would advise, as well as staying away from the flags in my first point, also stay away from AA guns, because enemy planes will want to bomb them so that they can fly around the sky freely. As you saw in the last example and this one, almost hitting every single shot. Because of the quick repair of the planes, it basically makes them invincible. And after we get past this nice clip here, taking out the plane with a bazooka, the final way you can fight back against enemy planes, of course, is in a plane yourself. You can at least distract the enemy planes in the air to avoid them from attacking infantry on the ground. As you can see here, this was a dogfight which lasted for quite a while, and that enemy plane was not able to take out any infantry. But of course, it is something which takes quite a bit of skill and is hard to learn, but it is the final way to take out enemy planes.